11 Late News, the most complete report of the day's events from Northern Michigan's news leader.
The ongoing dispute over the mammoth Grand Traverse Mall is taking a small step forward tonight. Township officials are gathering to lay the legal groundwork for some crucial hearings. Those court-ordered hearings will be held to determine whether the multi-million-dollar project poses a threat to the environment. A lawsuit in the matter has been hanging in the balance for a year. Under a judge's ruling, those environmental hearings must be held within the next 3 weeks. Environmentalists are worried that runoff from the project may pollute a nearby stream.
And all those years later, there's been so much development around Grand Traverse Mall. Hello everyone, 'tis I, your old pal King Chuck. And last year, we did a video on Grand Traverse Mall, and so much has changed. Some of it good, some of it not so good. The good, look ahead folks, that used to be a burger tavern called Bagger Dave's. Well, Bagger Dave's has now been replaced with the Agave Mexican Grill, and looks like people are enduring it. We actually went the weekend before the 4th of July, and the place was packed. Yes, people in Traverse City love good, tasty Mexican dishes. And it probably explains why the La Senorita has lost a couple of locations here and there. People just love real food. I hope that is not barf by the door, by the way. Maybe somebody had margarita too many. But there has been some changes to the mall. And some of it good, some of it bad. First the good. Well, actually first the bad. There is a couple less places in the food court since the last time we filmed. And no, that Sbarro up ahead is not closed. They're open, serving some really horrible pizza. I am not a fan of Sbarro. I am sorry. They did have a burger place called the Patty Shack. That didn't last too long. The Dog and Suds, I think that's the name of the place, or House of Dogs, excuse me. That's to your right. They closed. And so you cannot get a burger at the food court anymore, as far as I know, which is stupid. But then again, this is why I think Five Guys needs to come to Traverse City. Now, up ahead, that was McDonald's many years ago, speaking of burgers. Well, it became a kind of a Traverse City version of the Apple store called City Mac, and City Mac apparently is doing great, so good for them. And I mean, Grand Traverse Mall needs to have some more good stores. The Carousel is alive and well, way up ahead, and of course Taco Bell is still doing well, and the Sbarro and all the little Chinese places. Now up ahead, it appears that Lids closed for the day. I don't know why. And of course, but anyway, I should tell you a little history of the mall. It opened up in 1992. Actually, Target opened in 91. Late 1991, I should say. The rest of the mall opened in 92, but Hudson's, which eventually became Macy's, opened up a short time later. Now, I did find a very sad, startling discovery when I walked through this. This is probably the best corridor of the mall. You got your Hot Topic, your Spencer's, your Claire's, but Journeys, look at Journeys. It's closed. What the hell? Why are they closed? But this was a Select Comfort mattress store, and they closed too. The best part of the mall is that they haven't lost an anchor, which is very good news. A lot of even good malls are losing anchors, but this is what it gives this mall a B- right now. The Target wing is almost empty. That's right, and it's been like this for many years. I don't know why. The mall's management was nice enough at least to put like these little games in the middle of the hallway, like Connect 4 and checkers and chess and Jenga. But it's like, what kind of entertainment value does that really add to the mall? And it's like, what's next here? Are they going to put like that piano that they had in the movie Big? You know, the one that Tom Hanks played on? Oh, man, I remember this corridor of the mall used to have some pretty neat stores back in the day. Like Gumballs, which was a kind of a bulk candy type deal. Lemstone Books, which sold Christian books. Oh, and look at, yeah, I tried to get the label scar of this place here. It used to be a dollar store back in the 90s, but then it became a, get this, H&R Block. Okay, I decided to film what's left of the mall on that map. I did count that the mall currently has a hair over 50 stores right now. Back at its peak, it had over 100, but another reason why the mall seems to have lost some stores too is because they keep putting in big stores like Dunham Sports, which is to your right, and H&M, which is right up ahead. The movie theater in this mall, which opened up when the mall opened in '92, they went out of business when Carmike decided to build a new theater just a mile down the road at what used to be the outlet mall, the Horizon Outlet Mall. And but sometimes I do wonder if Brookfield, aka the company formerly known as General Growth Properties, if they got actually plans for this corridor already. They got rid of some of this corridor here to make room for Dunham's, and Dunham's was supposed to be Dick's a few years ago, but Dick's pulled out. I made but this is where the theater used to be, folks, to your right, where Dunham's is now. They gutted out the theater and I think 10 storefronts to put Dunham's in, which is a good addition to the mall, don't get me wrong, but the way they situated things, they made it look like there's nothing there, and it gives the mall kind of a dead feeling. Jonathan B. Pub is still chugging along. I wonder who the hell eats there. I guess that used to be a chiropractic place, and before that a Michigan-based clothing store. The mall still has an arcade, although I miss Pocket Change very much. Man, I miss Pocket Change. That was the most awesome arcade in the world, next to Chuck E. Cheese. I've never been to a Chuck E. Cheese, but then again, I've learned to appreciate pizza that's a hell of a lot better than Chuck E. Cheese. But at least I give Fun Shop some credit. They were able to redo the exterior to get rid of all the references to Zales. I think that Justice was an Aeropostale some years back. And of course, to your left, you got H&M, which is, I guess, doing very well. You know, it was probably one of the biggest additions the mall had for years. Where the H&M stands, there used to be a Foot Locker, and Foot Locker has been gone for, I guess, 10 years now. I don't know why Foot Locker would leave the mall, but maybe it's just, you know, the economy here in Traverse City. That was a Charlotte Russe to your right, and that was a PacSun also to your right too. PacSun was at Grand Traverse Mall for many years too, and they left. And I guess their bankruptcy had to deal with it. Now, it is sad that yes, there's been some vacancies in this mall, which bothers me because this mall was kind of like my playground when I was a kid. But you know, at least they still got a lot of the big mall type stores, and you gotta give Brookfield some credit for trying, and the previous owners, especially, you know, even Rouse Properties, for trying to keep this mall hip and attractive towards those who do a lot of traveling. Now, this Book Brokers to your left has been a success story. As a matter of fact, they doubled their size by taking over the jewelry store to your left. And to your right, that used to be a Payless shoe store. Of course, they went belly up recently. And Hollister still chugging along, I guess. Still with the old school motif. Now, in my last video, somebody bitched and complained that I did not get the abandoned express store. Well, there you go, folks. Look to your left. There's Express in its abandoned glory, although it is now a census office. Whoop-de-doo. Another chain that's actually still doing pretty good, and yet they still left Traverse City for unknown reasons. Maybe it's just the problem is that, you know, it's just the economy. And hey, downtown Traverse City is hip. That's the problem. You go to downtown Traverse City, it's always full of businesses. But yeah, Grand Traverse Mall is, you know, an indoor mall. And by the way, that used to be Route 21 to your right. I don't know why they left the mall. They're still in Gaylord though. But then again, they're approximate to I-75. The mall also used to have a B. Dalton. And B. Dalton, of course, was once part of Target and Hudson's and all that. Funny thing about this mall, it does not have a shoe department, but it has a famous footwear, and it's pretty huge. Maybe that's why Foot Locker failed. And of course, there's the Old Navy, another store that was brought over by the old outlet mall. And the Macy's wing is kind of meh, you know. I believe where this health life acupressure was, I think it might have been an old Minneton a long time ago. But and that was a Vitamin World right there to your right. Even you can check out the label scar here. Yeah, I get it up there in a second. There you go. Vitamin World. You're gonna have to buy your vitamins elsewhere, folks. I'm sorry, but it's true. Well, ladies and gents, that's our latest look at Grand Traverse Mall in beautiful Traverse City, Michigan. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you real soon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm King Juck. Bye-bye.